Alright guys, we are back, and get a good look, because the world's not going to look like this at the at the start of the next session. So keep an eye out. We're going to keep moving here. Got a bunch of infantry building, we're going to build some more tanks, and pretty soon things are going to be going real bad for a lot of people in this general area and this general area. So nothing major going on in the world. Nationalist Spain won the rebellion like they normally do. China is falling. I was initially a little nervous about Japan's unit count when they invaded, but they seem to be doing all right. So I'll just bite my tongue and let my ally do its thing. We're roughly 1 year from the historical start of the war. I've turned automate trade off so that I don't lose more supplies than I want to. I'm actually going to go through again because there's still some more. I don't care about losing money at this point. Doesn't matter to me. Just want these supplies. Some of these are minuscule amounts. The AI will do that. They'll trade 0.85 supplies for 0.1 money. Which is fine, except it costs you diplomatic points when it does it. One of the downsides of using automate trade, the good side being I have mostly green numbers and war is going to start soon. Alright. Ireland. I'm not going to trade with Ireland. Event. The first Vienna. Things are about to get amazing. I'm real excited. So, gain 5%. Germany loses neutrality, relation, blah, blah, blah. To make a long story short, I'm going to get Czechoslovakia by clicking this button. So, click. Fantastic. Look at our politics screen. We got some ministers. Let's make sure no one's really good. So far, nothing. We're just looking at bonuses. It doesn't matter who the actual person is if you didn't get that. So here's one we would like. So supply throughput 10%. We could change this to attack or reinforce chance up. But it's important our units maintain supplies. As you can see, I'm a big fan of all the supply bonuses I can get. So again, we're not changing any of our ministers. Very stable government. So we gain an interceptor. We'll move him over here, I guess. Poland is mobilizing. France is mobilizing. So everyone's afraid of us now. With good reason. It's also possible I could get declared on because our neutrality is 0, which means effectively we can declare war on anyone in the world if we so choose. We have to get our descent down as well because we're at 5, so we're gonna sacrifice supplies again. We're actually gonna sacrifice. We're gonna keep supplies. We're gonna sacrifice a bunch of production, but just for about 6 days. So that's okay. We're gonna boost speed. United Kingdom has guaranteed the defense of Poland, obviously. Slovakia would like to build some close air support. Sure, why not? They're now in the Axis as well, if we look. Doesn't matter. They don't have much in the way of units. Turkey, not giving away supplies. Sorry, Turkey. Some weird movement on the Polish border made me nervous that the Soviet Union had declared war. Which would have been not great for us, let's say. Now the problem is I've built almost all of my units as reserves, so I'm going to lose 200 manpower when I mobilize, which I'm not going to do yet, because even if the United Kingdom would declare war on me, um, who cares? They're not going to do much. And I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to build more units. South Africa is accepted into the Allies. Here's where everyone starts going one way or the other. I will trade with Nationalist Spain to try and increase our relations, which may get them into the Axis. War of the Worlds happened, flavor event. If you don't know the story, you should probably read it. Nothing crazy there. Amazing, a lot of techs. It's about to be 1940, so what we're going to do is we're going to research ahead for a month, because what we want all 4 of these as soon as possible. So they're a month ahead, but that's okay. Romania we will trade with, because again, we want them in the Axis. This event, basically all these forts here just go away or get reduced. We'll trade energy with Hungary. We want to trade with countries that may join us, essentially, is what I'm doing. It may or may not help. There we go. So, let's roll over. If we watch what happens here, Japan enforced their surrender, so they're going to get this big chunk here. And a little cutout around Hong Kong. The AI will always take the decision. Human players may or may not. You have a choice. Just gonna ignore all these trade offers. Hemorrhaging money, as you can see, but it does not matter, because we're gonna be at war soon. Go back. We have divisions to deploy. We have production done. What do we do when we have production done? We build more tanks. These are all going to go over here. We're going to build another set of forces. We're going to run out of HQ space soon, but that's okay. We can always make more. And now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to even out. See, right here, he's going a bit far. That's okay, but we have to be aware this is probably the last guy who will fit. Maybe a couple more, but we'll see. Ton of units done, which means we build more tanks. We may run into fuel problems at some point due to that, but not today. So now what we're going to do, since this line is pretty good, we're going to build a secondary line. I really want to invade Switzerland. So a reserve, essentially. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and build the HQ, attach the HQ. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop, missed. That's okay, he can attach over there with them. And then attach this HQ. So they're gonna, these guys are gonna push across the line, these guys are gonna follow in at full strength in organization, and essentially mop up. I would like a few more troops on this border. More units done, it's what we like to see. Gonna build some more down here so the Soviets don't get all of this. Or try to take all of it. Keep an eye on our politics. We now will lose 240 manpower when we mobilize. And more tanks. We are in full military mode now. We are just going all out. Look at all these tanks. Gonna go back to infantry now. What we'll do is we're gonna build some specialist troops. I think. Let me just take a look here. Yeah, we're gonna build. We're gonna build a couple full sets of mountain troops. We'll need them at some point. Money will be empty in 30 days. That's okay. We're not gonna need it anyway. Alright. Here's where it gets dicey. So claims on Memel. We definitely want Memel. So basically Memel is this little port, which we just got for free, which is great. And Molotov-Ribbentrop. We will do this. So we're following historical examples. That's basically Germany and the Soviet Union agreed to split Poland in half because fuck Poland is basically a historical cry from everyone, from the Swedes to the Russians to the Germans. Everybody hates Poland. Italy gets Albania via event, which is great. Everything's looking good for the Axis. I could invade Yugoslavia, but I'm not going to. That's a standard move. Do need some units down here from when I took Czechoslovakia. So we're gonna put some. They'll have their own. They'll have their own headquarters, so we don't need to worry about that. Orders of battle still looking good. Back him up. Let's make sure we attach him to an army group. Check our diplomacy, see if anyone's getting close. Romania may not ever get there. But they didn't go Soviet. Some pilot text finishing up, that's great. It's 1939, so we're researching our 1940s. We're going to research all 4 medium tank guns, because those are great. That's fantastic. We're going to cancel that, though. We're going to research our artillery. More fighter focuses, great, but we don't want them anymore. We're going to research our armored car, because we have so many. Bridging, also great. Engineer river attack and movement. We know we want that. And now we're going to want to start researching more industrial techs. But more importantly, we want that, and we want that, and we want that. Those are vital. We are out of money, which is fine. All of our research from now on is going into doctrines, because we want these 1940 doctrines. They're going to give us such an advantage over everyone else. February 39. Almost there. We're going for historical war. Notice, with all the units deployed, we now have upgrades. We'll put some points into there. And now it's just a waiting game. We're just going to get as strong an army as possible before September 39. Make sure as many techs are researching as possible. We want as much organization and morale as possible. Things are really starting to heat up. Hungary is almost able to join the Axis. So what we're going to do, we're going to influence them. We're going to stop influencing Romania. That was a failed experiment. Something I always did in multiplayer games. Didn't really pay off this time. But that's Hoy. You make mistakes. I never claimed to be an expert. We are still doing well across the board here. Again, just as these airplane techs and everything go off, we're going to start researching our doctrines. Having superior doctrines than the enemy will benefit you immensely. Especially against like England, who has to research all those navy techs. We're going to be able to outstrip them just to a ridiculous level on the land. Obviously, they will be better than us on the oceans by an incomprehensible amount, but we won't need it. At least not for the time being. Alright. And now, because I started influencing Hungary, we can invite them to our faction. Which we're gonna do. I may be breaking an event where they can, get a piece of Romania? I'm not sure. Now we have Hungary. Great. So now we can stop influencing Hungary. if it didn't do it for us. Which it might have. Let's just check. No, we're still influencing them, so we want to stop that. Get rid of that. It gives us 2 more points if we want it, or we could take a look. We could see who's really close to joining. Can't get Romania. There's too far. Portugal's too far. Yeah, everyone's too far. Nationalist Spain is getting very close, but still not close enough. Alright. So what that's gonna do, that's gonna let us research these two, which are great. I'm sorry, we're actually gonna go with the supply, because war's gonna be soon, and then get the industrial research after. Some more panzers are about to come off the line. These we're going to put over on the western front, because our eastern front is secure. Just going to load up this province. Oops. Perfect. Put all of these points into upgrades till we're good. Then it gives us 13. Now I feel like this is enough units. I'm going to start building more planes. They're going to die. We're going to need them. So as more units come off, we're going to need these planes. Alright. This is our non-aggression pact with the Soviet Union for Molotov-Ribbentrop. Doesn't matter. That's going to be there for the rest of the game until we declare war on them. Or they declare war on us. Whichever comes first. Always going to trade with Italy so that they have what they need. Not going to trade with Greece. Not going to trade with Turkey. We'll keep trading with Romania in the hopes that maybe we can get them in. As I said, I like having Romania in our faction. That's a big one. Tactical Command gives us access to superior firepower, allowed brigades in Division 1. That lets us put 5 brigades in a division, which is just ridiculous. It is a ridiculous advantage. So we're going to get that as soon as possible. Some airplane techs. Which we're gonna apologize, I'm reading here. Gonna get those industry techs, I think. Get some supply production, actually. We have a new event. Danziger War. So that's going to put us at war with Italy when I click it. So what we're going to do, we're going to wait for these tanks to come off. We're going to mobilize, and we're going to declare war. But that's all going to be next time. See you then.